Hi everybody, welcome to my homestead and welcome to my channel. This is going to be comments episode 7. As you can see, I have my straw hat back on because I just checked the forecast and looks like we're going back up into the 70s, the high 70s and the 80s apparently. So still a little bit too warm, I guess, for my felt hat. If you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe, like this video. If you end up liking it, hit the notification bell, leave more comments. We'll do more videos just like this. In response to comments, episode 4, we have Arit Litaraga Olascoaga, who says, Jesus Christ will return as mighty lion, but in the second coming. Yes. The first time he came, not a whole lot of people knew. It was quiet. It was more on the discreet side, relatively speaking. But when he comes back, there's going to be no mistake that it's him. And it's going to be incredible. I'm excited. And then he put another comment on the same video. Regarding the law of consecration, there are still many that think that communism or socialism is so. But no LDS president or apostle has ever claimed or hinted so. On the contrary, the current Institute manual says, nor communism nor socialism are the law of consecration. Not only that, Joseph Smith, Brigham Young, Harold B. Lee, David O. McKay, have spoken negatively about them as inferior religions. Even Harold B. Lee went to the point of stating that liberal, all caps, known as progressive in the rest of the world, LDS is a member without a testimony. Some of these things justify their political inclinations, saying that those statements are not valid anymore because since President Benson, nobody has mentioned that openly. But I haven't seen any hint at discrediting, canceling, or abrogating those statements against socialism and its extreme version, communism. Unlike the revelation about the blacks getting again the priesthood. Past statements are not abrogated because they are not mentioned for a long time. Elder Bednar recently said that because we have not been told for decades about food storage, we don't store food anymore. Yeah, yeah. So this is my friend from Spain. And yeah, that's right. Food storage is still important, and he did talk about that recently, how it hasn't been like a huge or main focus, but that doesn't mean that it's not important anymore. And yeah, I know that there's been like breakdowns comparing socialism and the law of consecration, and two of the main things that come to mind for me is that with the law of consecration, there's still private ownership of capital and resources and land and so forth. It's not owned by the state. And then the other thing, of course, is that it's giving willingly. So the thing about it is that I don't think you can really have the law of consecration until you have a Zion people, because it's not obligatory. It's not something. It's just like how we give tithing, right? It's a commandment, but it's up to us whether we pay it or not. It's basically kind of like the honor system, and that's basically not really possible in this world as it is right now. But in the second coming, I think for sure it'll be possible. In response to comments episode 5, Betty Horn says, virgins mean purity, just like the parable of the 10 virgins. Does that mean that you have to be a virgin to attend the wedding? I really don't think so. And I think that she's responding to a comment that was talking about the 144,000 being high priests and virgins. And that's a good point. That could be all that it means. Probably sooner than later, I'll try and track down that reference from M. Russell Ballard about Joseph Smith being one of the 144,000. But that's one of those ones that I think that the number is a symbolic number. And I think that that's one that's a heavily symbolic prophecy, that it's not so much literal. It is literally happening, but not the way that it sounds, the way that it's worded. Just for example, like what Betty Horn said, that virgins, that can also mean purity. So, but I'm gonna have to research that more. So but that's a good comment. In response to comments, episode 6, Lee Roma says, "Thanks, you're so nice to respond to everyone. You really care for people." And then stars. Um, yeah, of course, I'm probably not going to be able to keep this up forever. I don't know how big my channel is going to grow. Um, I don't know if I can expect it to grow as big as The Last Dispensation, Walter Palmer, Gospel Lessons. That's like what I hope for. Um, I'd be really happy if I got to like 10,000 or something like that, but we'll just see how it goes. But as long as I'm able to, I'd like to respond to every comment like this. And um, if it gets too crazy, then maybe I'll just have to kind of like do comments at random. We'll just see how it goes. In response to my 1 of 31, the Sister Wendy Nelson Challenge introductory remarks video that I did today, Kathy Price says, "So glad you're doing this." Yeah, me too. Um, I always hate it whenever there's like these challenges that are put out there and then I always like don't do it. Well, or I only like partially do it. Sometimes there's been a lot of times that I've done it, but like in this case, it was for my area, and I think it's good for. I don't think that she just meant it for the Kansas, Oklahoma area. I think it's something that the entire church should do, and maybe she'll give that advice again sometime in another setting. But let's do this together. Let's go through it. I'll try and highlight, the more you know things relevant to this channel and just like things that really like stand out. Of course, it'll be up to you if you want to go back and research it for yourself. But hopefully this will help a lot of people in you know getting more familiar with his talks. In response to the same video, Jill Horkley says, "It stood out to me also he didn't talk till later," uh, meaning that when he became prophet, he didn't actually speak in conference until the priesthood session. That was the first time he spoke as prophet, which I don't recall President Monson or Gordon B. Hinckley ever doing that, but I wasn't really paying attention to that back then, so I don't know. Um, I had a couple ideas. One was that he wanted to be humble and wanted the conference to be about the message, not about him. Yeah, very possible. Or that he wanted us to wait and be all ears when he spoke. Uh, yeah, that could be too. It just strikes me as like just a little bit odd, not odd, but like out of the ordinary, right? So thanks for your comment. Papa Cryptos on the same video says, "Where is the link to her challenge? Thanks." Um, there's not a link to. Well, okay, so I think I saw somewhere on Facebook someone had like the transcript of the talk, and it was like I think it's in PDF format. So okay, remember, Jared, remember, I will look for that after this video, and then I'll put it down in the subscription in the comments or the description below, so you can go check that out. And then he also responded to my Serene cotton field short video. Has the cotton been harvested yet? No, I don't think I've seen. No, I don't think I've seen any cotton fields harvested so far. So when we go on drives, into town, Wichita, Oklahoma, wherever, it's just really nice seeing those really pretty cotton fields. Monty Michelle Wilkinson, in response to my 1 of 33, the Sister Wendy Nelson Challenge introductory remarks, says, "Cool, I felt prompted during conference that I needed to do the same thing. But because she said to do it and then do it again, ... I really feel like it should be something I study." Yes, I would agree. I would agree. And if you want to follow my series, then great. If not, just make sure to do it on your own. But I've known for a while, I think a lot of you have too, that he just like keeps saying really unusual, important things. He hints to a lot of things. Sometimes he's more direct. There's a lot of common themes, phrases, ideas. Um, and Sister Nelson is there for all of it because, of course, she's his wife, and they probably have a lot of conversations just between the both of them. So she obviously knows a lot. She's probably like, "Guys, if you knew what I knew, Just look at his talks, read them again, study them, because he's telling you a lot of stuff. So let's do it. Um, Betty Horn, in response to my chicken on a hay bale, a turkey. Chicken on a hay bale, a turkey walks by short video. She says your title sounds like the beginning of a very bad dad joke. Laugh out loud. I know. I know. I'm just describing what happens in the video though. So you got to give me credit for that. In response to 1 of 31, the Sister Wendy Nelson Challenge introductory remarks video, Mary Potter says, I watched this devotional from Kansas as well. Oh, so you're from Kansas too. Nice to know you. Nice to meet you. I thought Sister Nelson's talk was powerful. Yeah. I had been feeling the desire to restudy President Nelson's talks, so when she said this, I thought it must be important. Yep. I'm surprised I'm surprised there have been 31. I was actually surprised at that too. Like I started to try and like do the math in my head. Like really, it's already 31 times because he became prophet January 2018. So it's been a relatively short amount of time, but yeah, he's spoken 31 times. And I'm excited to see what gems there must be. I will definitely be following along with your videos. Thank you. Yes, please do. Leave comments, share your spiritual thoughts. I think it's important that we all talk about this together and, you know, edify each other and bring up things that maybe the rest of us haven't thought of. So welcome to the channel if you're new, and I hope you enjoyed the series. I'm sure we're going to be finding out just like lots of things that maybe we didn't notice the first time around. All right, so that ends it for this comments episode. If you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe, like this video if you liked it, hit the notification bell, leave more comments so we can do more videos like this, and I'll talk to you guys later.